We're ready to go. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. I know we're ready because David Soper told me we were ready to go. David Soper of Wicked Local Marketing was getting anxious behind the mic, right, David?
No, we can edit that out, thanks.
Why? You know, you want to get that news on the air. You want those entrepreneurial stories to keep going. And the next guest, returning guest, Karen Biscoe of Green Search Partners. You're going to talk to us a little bit about the telephone today, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to do my best to educate the entrepreneurs out there who are struggling to get everything done in a day and then have to phone interview people. It's a time-saving option that a lot of companies are using now. They simply don't have the time to do in-person interviews with every single candidate that they'd like to meet.
I always pre-screen on the telephone.
Well, you have to. I mean, interviewing itself, it's a process of elimination. It's a process of exclusion. And so you have to find a way to weed people out quickly. And the phone interview is a great tool to have as long as you know what you're doing. You can lose a really good candidate if you don't know what to look for.
Right, so give us the tips.
So you want to eliminate distractions. You want to go someplace where it's quiet, you've got a good connection, you can really kind of focus in on what the person's saying, and you can take a lot of notes. The entrepreneurs, it's really important that they speak with a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm for what they're doing. That comes across on the phone. Actually, smiling comes across on the phone.
I agree.
If you can tune into what someone's saying, you can actually hear whether or not they're smiling. And when an entrepreneur is doing their 2-minute tornado, you know, their elevator pitch,
Right.
you know, speaking about it with passion, speaking about it with enthusiasm, you're actually selling the company. As much as that candidate is selling to you, you want to be selling your company to them. They have a lot of options these days. So if you're a passionate, enthused, engaged entrepreneur, it's going to make your company, what you're selling, a lot more exciting for that candidate. And it's genuine. If it's genuine, it comes across. You have to take notes, and I think a lot of people miss this step. We rely on our intuition, we rely on our gut a lot as an entrepreneur. You have to do that, but you've got to write things down, and you have the option when you're sitting on the phone with a candidate to write stuff down on their resume, write stuff down that's maybe not resonating with you. If they said something that you kind of cut it in your subconscious, you come back to it later. Something about them didn't quite resonate with you. These are all good gut checks to have, but writing notes down, writing what your reservations were, you really need to make sure you're keeping track of what that person is saying. Every bit of information.
Word.
Yeah, every bit of information they provide you. Also, I think a lot of entrepreneurs get a little nervous about this part. Transparency. Asking a candidate what their compensation requirements are. Asking how many companies they're interviewing with. Asking where they are on their timing for making a decision. Asking whether or not they're flexible enough to relocate or travel. We get nervous about asking those things because if we think a candidate is absolutely fantastic, you don't want to give them any reason to be
You don't want to
concerned.
just sell the
Right.
honeymoon, you want to sell reality.
What's the
Right.
marriage going to be like?
Right.
Exactly.
Could be a deal breaker.
You don't want them to come in and after 2 weeks or a week saying, this is not what I thought it was, I gotta go.
Right. Well, and that happens a lot.
It does.
Yeah. People get sold a bill of goods, maybe because they didn't ask enough questions, or the company, the entrepreneur, or the hiring manager didn't reveal enough about what the downsides were. You got to give people the truth, good, bad, and the ugly, and let them make an informed decision. That's a long-term hire.